We're going to go through a journey in time of Bitcoin, Satoshi Nakamoto, and why Bitcoin was created, what happened from the inception of Bitcoin, and how it got to where it was today. So you've got to think, guys, in 2009, Bitcoin was created. And that was created on the back of disbelief within the existing monetary system. We had central banks, you had governments, you had lots of irresponsible spending that was going on in 2008, or irresponsible lending, should I say, in 2008. And on the back of that, we had the financial crisis. What happened with the financial crisis, guys? Money was stimulated into the economy to pay the banks. That money that was stimulated into the economy was money that was printed. And that money that was printed is devaluing your currency by the amount that was printed. So, just an example, if you put 20% more cash into circulation, whether it's pounds, whether it's dollars, you put 20% more into circulation, you're holding £100,000, $100,000. You've saved that hard earned cash over the course of your life by working. So within the course of that 20% worth of money that was printed, that 100,000 becomes 80,000 as far as spending power is concerned. You've still got 100,000, and that's the scam behind it, guys. That's where they make you think that you've still got the same amount. And that's where inflation kicks in. You think, guys, you hear your grandparents talking about inflation. Going back to the 1950s, the 1940s, I bought my house for £400. Guys, exactly the same amount is used to buy the house now. It's just they've devalued the currency so much by printing so much money over the course of time that our spending power has been drastically reduced. So it goes back to Roman times, guys. It goes back to coin clipping when they used to have physical gold coins, physical silver coins, and they used to just clip the ends, put that money back into new currency, and it's basically robbing from the masses. So that's money printing, guys. That's personal to me. That's money printing. And on the back of that, Satoshi Nakamoto created Bitcoin, and Bitcoin's got a different mechanism built in. Bitcoin's got a deflationary mechanism built in. When I was talking about inflation and your buying power going down, with Bitcoin, it's got a deflationary mechanism built in where the value goes up. So the spending power goes up on Bitcoin, the spending power goes down on fiat. So that's why Bitcoin was created, and that's a bit of a rant from me. So in 2010, the first Bitcoin transaction happened. Guys, the first Bitcoin transaction was actually somebody buying a pizza from a pizza shop over the telephone saying, I'll give you, I think it was 20,000 Bitcoin for that pizza. And that was the most expensive pizza in the world now when you look back at that. So the first transaction on the Bitcoin network happened in 2010. Then we had the big milestone. Bitcoin reached $1 for the first time. You might actually remember this, guys. 2011. It wasn't that long ago. Bitcoin hit $1. It was big. People were scared. Bitcoin hit $1. There was conviction behind it. And then the US government done whatever they could to try and stop it. Remember that, guys. The US government tried to do whatever they could to stop it. Things changed a bit later on. So 2008, Bitcoin reaches $1 for the first time. 2 years later, in 2013, Bitcoin reached $1,000. First time Bitcoin hits $1,000. So remember 2011, guys, Bitcoin hits $1. That was a big milestone. 2 years later, $1,000. Anyone that bought Bitcoin at $1, pat on the back. So in 2014, it's not all positive news. It's not all positive. 2014, we had the Mt. Gox collapse, and that crashed not just Bitcoin, the whole of the crypto market. It crashed everything. So on the back of that, Bitcoin dropped in price. It dropped in price, and then we had a bear market. So the Mt. Gox collapse. It's something that's just been sorted recently, guys. People that were in Mt. Gox recently got some of their money back anyway. So that was a big crash, and that took 10 years to sort. So that's what happened in 2014. It's not all good news. It can be bad news. 2017. So we were talking about hitting 1,000. We were talking about hitting $1 as a milestone. In 2017, we had the rampant bull market where Bitcoin hit $20,000. So you can see just in a few years, guys, it's gone from nothing in 2009 to buying that pizza in 2010 to hitting $1 to hitting $1,000, and then in 2017, $20,000. So you can see how quick this thing moves. Is it slowing down? What's happening with Bitcoin now? 2021. Bitcoin was a scam going back in 2013, 2014, 2015. The governments wanted to shut it down. The governments wanted to ban it. China wanted to ban it. US wanted to ban it. UK wanted to ban it. And then as they realize that they can't stop something and more people have got conviction into this new system because they've got no conviction into the old system, things change. El Salvador adopts as legal currency. So this is a big thing, guys. This is a country that's adopted Bitcoin as a legal currency, legal tender in El Salvador, and other countries are following suit. There's other countries that's looking at this, and countries that are associated with the dollar are looking at adopting Bitcoin as their reserve currency. Why do you think that is, guys? Let me tell you a little secret about countries that use the dollar. Countries that use the dollar spend the dollar, they've got the amount, just say they've got $100, $1,000, whatever it is that they've got. As the US prints more money into circulation, the countries that are using the dollar don't get any of that money that's being printed into their countries. So the more money that's being put into circulation, debasing the dollar in the US, it has a bigger knock-on effect to other countries that's using the dollar because they don't get to see any of that debasement, any of that printed money that doesn't go into their circulation. So they get hyperinflation on the back of that before the US does. US can prop its own currency up by printing money, and countries that have their own fiat currency can print money. Other countries that adopt other currencies, they don't get a good deal, guys. They don't get a good deal. So they're all looking now to adopt other things as their national currency, and they're looking at Bitcoin. So Argentina's doing it, El Salvador's already done it. And then the big bull run of 2021. Bitcoin hits all-time highs of 69,000. So the 2017 bull run, we went to 20,000. The 2021 bull run, we went all the way to 69,000. So you can see it's not losing momentum, it's going up. It's probably losing the gains gradually as it becomes more mainstream and adopted. But that's what we want, guys. We want the price to level out and level out. It's going to be a store of value, guys. It's going to be a store of value. And then the big one, and this is the big one, on the back of the new US election, Trump proposes Bitcoin as a US strategic reserve currency. So why do you think that it could be a strategic reserve currency? It's all about inflation, it's all about deflation, and it's all about balancing each other out. So as Bitcoin deflates and the dollar inflates, more money printing goes on, you've got Bitcoin. Bitcoin's going up in value and there's less in circulation. The dollar's going down in value and there's more in circulation, supply and demand. So it is leveling it out. It's a way of leveling it out. It's a store of value and they can use it as a strategic reserve. So let's see how that plays out. Right, okay, that's the story of Bitcoin. That's the history of Bitcoin. Let me know in the comments what you want me to cover next. Join our Discord group, guys. Subscribe to the Crypto Bullseye channel, and I'll see you guys in the next one.